Night sports, we've got the Southampton Penguins taking on the New York City Falcons for you in about 10 minutes. We've gone live just to make sure there's no technical difficulties, issues, or otherwise. So if you're watching this on tape delay, feel free to move that stream about 7 or 8 minutes forward, and that'll catch you up to warm-ups or puck drop. But until then, we're going to play some royalty-free music for you, and you can watch the ice cut just like we can from the comfort of your own couch. Stick around. This is Midnight Sports.
Check.
Well, welcome on in to Pawtucket, Rhode Island for Game 3 of Lobsterfest 2023. Falcons come in, having split their first 2 games, beating Concord 2-1 yesterday afternoon, and then dropping the late-night decision to S4 Hockey Club by a score of 8-2. If they want to play tomorrow afternoon, every game from here on out's a must-win. They're going to need some help to get there as well. But as they always say, you got to take it one game at a time. 2 minutes on the warm-up clock. A very, very special guest joining us today for the game on the color commentary. It's Big Lance Meyerowicz. Lance, how you doing today, baby?
I am great, Colin. Great. Thanks for having me on. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, we love having you on, and we really appreciate you spending the time with us. So we'll watch warm-ups tick down here as the Falcons get ready, maybe visit with one of our sponsors. Stick around. This is Midnight Sports at Lobsterfest 2023. Thanks so much for watching. Hockey fans, it's a casual day here at the office, but that doesn't mean we're taking a break from defending your rights. Do you hate being around people? Has someone been standing too close to you or said hello when you didn't want to talk? Maybe someone even had the audacity to ask you what you're doing this weekend. Well, at Cheesy and Corny, we have a dedicated personal space practice group, and if someone nodded at you, waved, or worse, said, "What's up?" we'll sue them so fast they'll never make eye contact again. Give us a call today so we can evaluate your case. Cheesy and Corny, breaking the social contract since 1978. Not real attorneys, not attorney advertising. Don't call. We may sue you. Well, there goes the horn for warm-ups. We've got all 3 minutes gone now, and we are getting ready to roll here in Pawtucket. It's the Falcons, it's the Penguins, and it's 18 minutes of first-half hockey coming your way next. Looks like the Falcons doing a little last-second strategy prep right in front of the net. It'll be Ryan Speaker back in the cage. Unclear just yet who's going to take the net for those Penguins. Penguins collecting their pucks as well. We're right behind the away team bench. And if you're a Falcons fan, those are your folks right in front of the camera well. Now, a little bit of a late start to the game despite the running clock in the game that just took place before ours. As always with these tournaments, games get pushed just a little bit late as the ice cut takes some time and frequently some discussions with the bench will chew up not game clock, just regular clock. In any event, we're getting set here, and Lance, tell me what you'd like to see from the Falcons in the first 5 minutes or so.
I would love to see them come out aggressive.
That would be good. Front foot hockey is the best kind of hockey, and you know, giving up 8 goals in the previous game, it's hard to do that if you spend most of the time in the opponent's offensive zone.
I'd also like to see Lorenzo come out there and play the game that he used to play.
Very good. Lorenzo Vigliotti getting an early shout out from Big Lance here up in the stands.
Yes. Now, what are the lines that we know? Are they keeping the lines
dynamic?
Dynamic. Okay.
For sure, dynamic, and you know, that could be for the best. It's been a short bench for most of the tournament, so a bit of a mix and match strategy here.
They had 9 players yesterday, right?
That's correct. Well, looks like Aiden's going to get the head tap there to go out on defense with his partner, Nate Koshlewski. And I see a number 4 out there at center ice. Lance, a player you know well.
Yes, I do. For 14 years.
Jake Meyerowicz getting the nod at right wing. Got Rafi Samosi opposite him, and it looks like Sam Berliner to take the drop here at center ice just as soon as the Penguins are ready. The Penguins, by the way, did win yesterday, lost yesterday to S4 by a goal, 5-4. And so they come into this game 0-2-1. Puck drop for period 1. We're off and running here in Pawtucket. Falcons try and move that puck forward. Comes over to Berliner. Berliner's got Meyerowicz with him, streaking down the slot. Berliner takes a deflected shot, and it's covered up immediately. And so that is that aggression, Lance, that you were looking for.
Yep, that's the way to start the game right there.
Nice drive to the net by Meyerowicz. He was going to bury that rebound if it hadn't been frozen by the Penguins netminder. Samosi takes that face-off win, tries to jam it forward. Instead, it's a 3-on-2 coming the other way after hitting a body. Turns into a 2-on-2. Penguins trying to get on the forehand, instead throwing it up toward the blue line. Meyerowicz tries to tap it farther. Berliner does the rest. Looking for Jake now as a 2-on-1 develops the other way. Tries to leave it there. Instead, it comes to a Penguins stick, and they'll break out of their zone, at least momentarily, but not all the way, as Samosi turns it right into the deep end of the rink. Samosi still gumming things up on the far half wall. Now he moves it over toward Berliner. Berliner at the end boards. Comes to Samosi. Takes a shot. A wonderful shot there. But it's a better save, and the Penguins will come out the other way. Penguins all the way into the offensive zone. Jammed up by O'Day. It's out there with Koshlewski now. O'Day able to take the puck off his man in the defensive zone and find a streaking Samosi on the far side of the ice. Samosi all the way in the offensive zone, leaves it for O'Day, and then goes to the net front. O'Day works that back for Vigliotti, takes a slapper, saved nicely by the Penguins netminder, and it comes all the way to Ollie, who tries to drive deeper with it. Comes to the near point now. Vigliotti takes a whack at it. Puck hits a body, goes off a stick, and Aiden will curl in his own zone now on the forehand, leaving it for O'Day. Comes up to Vigliotti. Vigliotti on the puck, leaves it for O'Day this time. The Falcons delay. They set up their forward movement. They find the stick of Sweeney, who's able to poke it farther into the offensive end, and Ollie in on the forecheck. And now it's Vigliotti at the near half wall. Ollie with him on the forecheck. Falcons trying to gain possession of this puck with a little bit of breathing room in the offensive zone. Unable to do so, so Aiden will take that puck and send that all the way in. Icing wave there as it was a close play on a Penguins stick. And so Aiden has that puck, throws it in front. Rebound comes just wide. Ollie got handcuffed by that rebound, couldn't quite put it on net. So the Penguins will rack that all the way around, but not out, as Aiden dumps it right back in. Sweeney takes a hit to make a play. Comes to Ollie. Ollie on the puck now. Throws it in front. Nobody home for the Falcons. And now the Penguins will break out with speed. It's the Penguins into the neutral zone. Into the offensive zone now. Koshlewski able to tap that off a stick, though, and work it into the neutral zone once again. Penguins will reset at their blue line. They go point to point there. Berliner out there. Finkelstein sees his first ice time of this game. And it's Polisi with them. It's Berliner dumping that puck in deeper. Finkelstein goes to retrieve at the far corner and then the end boards. It's Polisi with him. Tries to tap it in front. Instead, it hits the back of the net and then comes up to the point. It's O'Day. Look out. He's got a rocket wrister. Sends that just wide. Koshlewski goes to collect now at the near point. Comes up to Polisi. Tapped farther there by Berliner. Berliner leaves it back up to the near point. And it comes right back down to him as he streaks through the slot. Oh, looking for the one-timer for Polisi. Doesn't quite find him, but it comes to O'Day. Oh, a deflection by Finkelstein in front. Goes just high of the cage. And Eli tries to throw it in front again. Unable to do so, but he does pick up the puck and find Berliner. Berliner goes just wide. Takes a big hit there after the shot. And O'Day will clean up the rebound. It's O'Day now at the end boards. He's pinched in. Finkelstein covering for him. Comes to Polisi. Tries to flick it up and over. Instead, it's saved nicely by the Southampton netminder. And Lance, you got to like what you see so far in the offensive end.
These Falcons are doing exactly what I was asking for. Wow.
Front foot hockey,
yeah.
Absolutely. And so it'll be Ollie, Samosi, and Jake out there now as the forwards for the offensive zone draw. Puck comes to a Penguin stick. Meyerowicz tracks it down in the near corner, near half wall. Tries to touch it up to the near point. Puck gets jammed up there. Koshlewski and on it, Ollie as well. And now the puck rolls to a Penguin stick in their own end. They're now in the neutral zone, are the Penguins. It's a 3-on-3 developing as Samosi gets back. And that shot goes high and wide of the cage. And Ollie will try and pick it up with speed in the neutral zone. He's on the puck, looking to the center of the ice. Not quite able to thread that pass over to Meyerowicz, and so the Penguins look to pick it up again in their own zone. Instead, it comes to Meyerowicz on the backhand, leaves it for Samosi. Shot comes in.
There we go.
Jake shoots and scores. That's a Falcons goal. Well, at 14 minutes even, left to go in this first half. It's Falcons 1, Penguins nothing. Well, ensuing puck drop sees the Falcons win that. And of course, journalistic standards require Lance not to compliment his son on the broadcast. So that's why no compliment was forthcoming on a wonderful net front job by Jake Meyerowicz. Instead, though, it's the Penguins coming right back the other way. They're pushing hard to even this up again. Bad angle shot turns into a good angle pass, but they can't connect in the offensive end. Puck now rolls behind the cage. Aiden all over his man. He's got two Penguins to deal with there as the puck rolls to Meyerowicz, flicks it farther for Samosi. Samosi picks that puck up, grabs it, and now goes all the way in the offensive end, returns the backhanded pass for the goal scorer, and Meyerowicz tries to dangle his man. He does, but then the puck rolls off at the last second. Nice feathered pass on the one-timer, nearly finds Aiden. O'Day cleans it up, though, and sends it right back in. Now it's Meyerowicz on the puck, trying to go around two Penguins men. Gumming up the works at the very least as the puck gets fired up to Aiden. Aiden sends that in, and it's deflected to the side of the cage. A nice save there by the Penguins netminder. Falcons still pushing for more. Does eventually, though, find a Penguin stick as the Pens come through the neutral zone all the way in the offensive zone. And Aiden able to rub his man off the puck. Berliner comes right back the other way, gets it out of the zone, and dumps it to the offensive blue line. Falcons trying to make a change. Vigliotti intercepts that breakout pass, and now it's Vigliotti coming in the offensive zone. Just for showmanship, goes between Berliner's legs as he works that puck into the zone. Last-ditch effort there by the Penguins. Keeps that puck from getting to the net. It comes all the way up to the blue line. It's Kishlevsky who dumps that in deeper. No shooting lane for him, so Sweeney will turn to try and pick up the puck. Comes to a Penguin stick, though, and now they're going to break out, are the Penguins. Only so far, though, as Berliner picks up the puck, dumps it deep, heads to the bench to complete the line change. Sweeney and Vigliotti in on the forecheck as the Penguins try and pick it up. O'Day manning the point. Comes to Ollie. Ollie on the puck. Tries to dance all the way at the nearest circle, and the puck bounces off a few bodies, eventually finds a Penguin stick, and they'll look to break out. Puck now comes to Vigliotti in the neutral zone. Vigliotti on the puck, can't get through two men, and a big collision right at the center of the ice. And we'll see what the call is here. Looked like it might have been a stick caught in Vigliotti's equipment, so call it a hook, interference, a slash, your pick, Lance.
Nice, we'll take it.
So we'll throw a minute and a half up on the penalty part of the scoreboard. Falcons now up a goal, up a man for the next 90 seconds unless they score. And it'll be Meyerowicz, Berliner, Samosi out there as the forwards. O'Day and Kishlevsky as the defensive pairing. It's offensive zone draws coming to the Southampton netminder's right. Sits at the dot momentarily. Samosi tracks it down at the top of the circle, throws it in. Oh my, almost
nice.
A wonderful deflection. Sometimes, though, a good shot's beaten by a better save there. Meyerowicz made sure that that puck was in the netminder's glove before he left the blue paint. So it'll be Berliner try and win it again on the backhand. Comes up to O'Day, hits a body in front, and so now we're going to get a stoppage in play, as there might have been some officiating confusion. Not making a hand pass gesture so much as doing a Queen's wave out there. Unclear what the call is, but one of those no harm, no foul calls. We'll do it all over again with 11:40 left to go here in the first half. Kishlevsky dumps that puck in low, and then it's touched farther. That's a goal there. That's a Falcons goal. Hard to tell who potted that, but I think it was Sam Berliner on the backhand over the goalie's leg pad. And so just like that, Falcons 2, Penguins nothing. Ensuing faceoff's going to be Ollie. He's got Finkelstein out there with him. Polisi as well. And Ollie wins that faceoff over to Finkelstein, who works that up toward Ollie again as the Falcons come right through the neutral zone. Falcons in the neutral zone now. Touch that onto the end wall. Polisi takes his man out of the play momentarily, but now the Penguins with some momentum through the neutral zone, trying to dump that puck in deep. They do. Puck comes all the way to the end boards. Penguins get there. They throw it out front, and they're able to go up and over the leg pad of Speaker. And so, just like that, it's 2-1. Well, 11:08 left to go. Looked like a harmless play, but instead, the Penguins are able to pot there. And so, this one is very much a hockey game. It'll be Polisi on the puck. He's able to work that puck forward, but it's going to go for an icing. He was looking to bank it off the boards right in front of the bench, and instead, it went just a bit too far. Well, it's going to come all the way down here as a defensive zone draw to Speaker's right. Looks like Aiden out there with Ollie to take the draw. Ollie wins that forward, and Finkelstein tries to work the puck out of the zone. Instead, it comes over to O'Day. O'Day on the puck now, trying to get that puck over to Aiden. He does. Aiden gets onto the forehand, works it over to O'Day, finds some open ice on that side. The weak side works for them as they push that puck farther through the neutral zone. Ollie picks it up there, looking for Polisi. He runs into him, keeps the puck, and Ollie breaks into the offensive zone. It's Ollie trying to dangle his man. Hits a skate at the last second, and a veritable 2-on-1, nearly breaking out. But instead, it's cut out by Finkelstein, and we get an offside call, it looks like, at 10:30 or so left to go here in the first half. Lance, what'd you see on that Southampton goal?
What I saw was Ryan just wasn't prepared because he hasn't had the puck in his zone the entire game. We've kept the puck down on the opposite side of the rink.
Yeah, those are good problems to have for the Falcons.
Yeah.
And so let's see if they can increase that lead to 2 again.
Yeah, I think it's tough for him, too, because the puck is being, kept down.
Well, from your lips to God's ears here as the puck stays in the offensive zone momentarily. Does slip out, and Koshlewski will turn to track that down in his own end. He sends that diagonally over towards Sweeney. Sweeney then sends it farther in the neutral zone, finding O'Day. O'Day turns with it, finds Vigliotti. Vigliotti enters the offensive zone, sends a shot high and wide. Berliner and O'Day look to track it down. O'Day there, and now to Berliner, but it's a breakout coming the other way. Looks like a 2-on-1 developing. It is, as Koshlewski gets back, and now the shot comes in. Speaker's able to gobble that one up, though. And so, with 9:35 left to go here in the first half, Nate Koshlewski does enough to jam up the initial shot, and the Speaker gobbles up what remained from the near circle. Well, face-off won by the Falcons, and it's thrown out of the zone, and Samosi fired out of a cannon right now, going to track down that puck, beaten at just the last second. He had 2 Penguins on him, and they were able to take him out of the play there, so the puck ends up in the neutral zone, and the Penguins look to take over. It's the Penguins curling back to their blue line now, as Samosi and Ollie go in on the forecheck. The Penguins go all the way behind their net. They use the boards to get that puck out of the zone, but it's going to go all the way down for an icing, with 9:06 left to play here in the first half. Looks like it's Meyerowicz, Samosi, and Ollie out there as the forward line. Aiden and Koshlewski as the defensive pair. It's Ollie winning that puck forward. Samosi picks it up now, fires forward, and the puck is chopped out of the zone, though, and another 2-on-1 here developing for the Penguins. Penguins in. They're looking to fire that across. A nice stick by Koshlewski keeps that pass from getting all the way through tape to tape. It's now the Falcons scrambling to get the puck out of the zone. They do. Meyerowicz finds Samosi streaking through the middle of the ice. Meyerowicz there to back him up. Take a drop pass. He finds it there. Meyerowicz now turns, protects the puck with his body. It's the Penguins, though, that are going to dump that softly out of the zone so as not to incur an icing, and Aiden will track back with O'Day on the puck. Aiden will curl all the way behind his net as the Falcons look to set up the play. Samosi chips that farther for Ollie, just out of reach. Ollie will go for a change. The Penguins will come right back the other way. Penguins now trying to dump that into the zone. It sits at the blue line, but the Penguins fire forward there. Nice stick by Aiden, keeps the puck out of trouble. Oh, it hits the side. Looked like it caught maybe the tip of a leg pad before it hit the side post. In any event, it didn't go in, and that's all Falcons fans care about right now. Finkelstein finds O'Day, who sends that up toward Meyerowicz. He'll go for a change now that the puck is safely in the offensive end. It's Polisi on the forecheck. He's out there with Berliner and Finkelstein. Penguins get that puck out of the zone momentarily, but Polisi all over his man, takes over the puck and sends that in deep. Berliner gives chase now as the puck is in the far corner. Penguins able to just throw that out of the zone again, and O'Day will collect at his own blue line. O'Day now up for Polisi, gains the line, dumps it in, Berliner in, giving chase on the dump and chase strategy. That's working well so far for the Falcons. Berliner behind the offensive net, stops, turns. He's got Finkelstein out front, trying to get the pass to him. Bad angle pass, nearly gets through to a stick. Instead, it misses everybody, and now it's Polisi trying to keep the puck in the zone. The Penguins will break out. They come through the neutral zone with some speed. O'Day will turn, get his body in front of the puck, and he's able to shepherd that harmlessly to the far corner. O'Day still on the puck, out-skating his man as the puck comes off his stick, but only momentarily. He gains the line, sends it all the way in. The Falcons can get that line change now as the Penguins take over in their own end. It's the Penguins in the near corner as Vigliotti now turns into the forecheck. It's the Penguins skating with speed into the offensive zone. The Penguins there looking for a pass into the slot. Nice stick lift by the Falcons defenseman. Keep that shot from happening. The Penguins will have to reset in their own end. Polisi on the forecheck. Vigliotti and Ollie out there with him. As the puck's thrown rink wide, weak side, Penguins will find some ice and break out of their zone. That diagonal pass touched on farther. Vigliotti dances around one man, then two, and finally the puck is taken off his stick as the Penguins come right back the other way. It's a one-on-one for the Penguins as that puck rolls into the slot. Still there in the slot. Oh, it gets through. Boy, it looked like Speaker had made the initial save, and the puck ends up getting through the equipment there. We've got a tie hockey game.
Go, boys.
Well, this game is there to be won by either of these teams right now. Not a push by the Falcons. Now they'll need to find the back of the net again. It's Vigliotti throwing that into the offensive zone. It'll be covered there, and so we'll get a stoppage in play as the Penguins goalie covers up that dump in by Vigliotti. An offensive zone draw coming up here for the Men in Black. It's Ollie winning that face-off. Up toward Aiden, who dumps that puck in. Puck comes all the way to the far point. It's O'Day on the puck now, on the forehand, trying to get a shot off or maybe just a pass. So O'Day goes all the way around the net. He sees Aiden creeping into the slot. That shot goes just wide, and the Penguins will pick it up behind their net. Ollie on the forecheck, forces a pass out. Penguins look to get out of their zone. Unable to do so far as Aiden all over his man, picks up the puck, sends it to the end boards, and now Sweeney goes to work behind the net. He finds Ollie there. Shot goes well up into the ceiling after it takes a deflection off a stick. And so with 5:30 left to go here in the first, it's still a tie hockey game and an offensive zone draw for the Falcons. Well, Lance, I think the Penguins might have heard you say be aggressive out there too.
Yeah, exactly. They turned the momentum a bit here.
Well, Falcons look to tilt the ice right back in their favor as it's Berliner at the dot. He wins that, sends it over to Samosi. Shot save there by the Penguins netminder. Meyerowicz leaves that up high. Oh, a nice deflection almost by Berliner. It was on net. It was just a better save by the Penguins netminder again. Berliner all over his man at the end boards. Puck pops all the way out to the high slot. Aiden collects, turns, throws it back in, and now Berliner goes to work. He's got Meyerowicz in front, but he can't release the puck to him as Berliner sent into the boards. And it's going to be a delayed penalty as Meyerowicz buys some time in the offensive end as Speaker clears the ice, and we get a 6 forward for the Falcons out there, but just for the whistle to go. So 5:54 left here in the first half, and the Falcons will go to a power play after the hit on Berliner at the end boards. Berliner stays out. Samosi, Aiden, Meyerowicz, Koszlewski also out there. It looks like Aiden might come to the bench in favor of O'Day for this first power play unit. It's going to be a draw just to the Penguins netminder's left. And Berliner stands over the dot. Puck one toward the slot, kept in by O'Day, who finds Samosi. Samosi sends that to some open ice on the near side. Now the puck racked around all the way to the far half wall, and giving chase are two Falcons, able to keep the zone there. Penguins do eventually throw that out of the zone. They hit a stick in Samosi, and then it's dumped in on a delayed offside. And so now Meyerowicz and Berliner turn in the offensive end to try and take that puck off a Penguin stick. Bouncing puck kept in by Samosi, who kicks it to himself. And Samosi loads up on the forehand, sends that through the blue paint. No stick to touch that home, though, for the Falcons, and we play on. Samosi picks up again in the near corner, takes a heavy hit against the glass there. And the Penguins do eventually throw that puck out of the zone. Should be an icing, and it is. So with 4:04 left to go in the first half here, it's going to be an offensive zone draw for the Falcons. Still 42 seconds on the man advantage. Falcons got some good looks on that first power play unit. Just couldn't touch one home, so now it'll be Vigliotti, Finkelstein, and Ollie out there with O'Day and Koslewski. Ollie leans over the near dot, takes that faceoff, wins it back. Finkelstein guides it farther. Now comes to O'Day at the point. Falcons trying to set that play up, and the puck sits there momentarily. A wonderful leg save by the Penguins netminder. Keeps this a tie hockey game. Now it's Finkelstein trying to load up. His stick's lifted at the last second. The Penguins do fire that all the way down again. And so we'll play on, even though the clock was not running there. And it looks like maybe they'll run it just a tiny bit right now. We'll see. We'll see if the Penguins bench realizes that still another 41 seconds of time on the power play. Well, it'll be Berliner now at the dot, winning that towards Samosi. Samosi takes the puck at the near corner, beats two men. The puck comes all the way up to Aiden there. And the shot comes in, and it's touched up immediately, as it looks like it's going to be a 5-on-3 now for the Falcons for 31 seconds.
This is where they have to convert.
They've got half a minute to do it here on the 5-on-3, and they should have some open ice to set it up for a shot. It's Meyerowicz, Berliner, and Samosi out there as the forwards. Puck's dropped, and sits in the offensive end momentarily. Arm up for icing from one official, down for the other, and so we play on. The near official waved that one off, thinking the Falcons were at least a little bit close to the puck. And Lance, as you know, at these tournaments, they want play to continue as much as possible.
Yeah,
so
they
not to get off
haven't been
schedule.
calling icing all morning, all yesterday.
Now it's Berliner at the near half wall, picks up the puck, fires it. Oh, he just missed that top corner. It was open, just missed him. Now we're back to 5-on-4 hockey for 56 seconds. Berliner fires in at the end boards, picks it up, sends it to Samosi. Samosi loads up, tries to throw that into the blue paint, hits a stick, fluttering puck, sits in the offensive zone momentarily. It's O'Day now working that back down to Samosi. Berliner takes a hit there, try and work the puck over. And puck now comes up to Meyerowicz at the near point. He'll sneak in and throw a shot. Screen shot, a good one, but still saved off the shoulder of the Penguins netminder, and the Penguins will just send that all the way down as it goes just wide of the cage. It'll be an icing with 2:48 left to go in the first half. Still 26 seconds left to go on the power play for the Falcons. And they'll look to convert here to reestablish their lead late here in the first half. Pawtucket, Rhode Island. It'll be Ollie to take this drop as the Penguins get sorted. He's got Sweeney to his right, Bigliotti to his left. Puck rolls over toward the slot. Koslewski pinches in to try and keep the zone. Puck does eventually roll out, though, to Aiden, who will backhand that in deeper and then give chase at the near half wall. It's Ollie trying to keep the puck in the zone, too. Bigliotti covering there for Aiden, is able to keep the zone. And they'll switch places as Bigliotti looks to receive a pass from Ollie on the forecheck. Ollie dumps that up to the point. Aiden takes a slapper and hits the blocker of the goalie. Nearly popped up and in anyway. Heavy shot Aiden has. And it'll be Ollie trying to get that puck back. It's back to 5-on-5 hockey right now as another leg save by the Penguins netminder keeps this a tie game. The Penguins in their own end. 2 minutes left to play here in Pawtucket. Sees the Penguins break out of their zone. It's the Penguins with speed now through the neutral zones, turning into a 3-on-2. Shot comes up, bounces on Speaker, still loose. He then sticks it to himself, and he's able to gobble it up after the shot hit him in the chest. He was unable to corral the rebound until it rolled in front of him, and he covered it up with the glove. Well, defensive zone draw. Haven't said that much for the Falcons, despite the score line. They've certainly driven play here in the first half, Lance.
They have. I'd like to see them pick it back up like they did in the beginning of the game.
Now it'll be Polisi on the puck. He's able to fire that up and out. Looks like it might roll all the way across the end line. But he was harassed there by two Penguins men, so he did what he had to do to get the puck to somewhat of a safe area. Another defensive zone draw here coming up for the Falcons.
Colin, how do they look compared to yesterday's game?
Well, they're certainly driving play in this game a lot more than in the S4 game yesterday evening. In the earlier game, it was a pretty even affair, actually. So they've looked good. They've looked good today. A lot of drive. Just need to find the back of the net. And they need a few more timely saves, too, in their own end. So we'll see what happens here as we roll into the last 80 seconds of the first half. It's the Falcons trying to pick up the puck. Big hit there behind the cage. O'Day pops right back up. Koshlewski pinches in, keeps the zone. He finds Berliner. Berliner there. Oh, that puck goes just over the cage. Boy, it missed by an inch or so on the deflection.
And that was a nice screen.
Now it's Finkelstein trying to dump the puck in to O'Day. Puck sits there momentarily, and it's O'Day working the puck all the way to the near side now. He's got Koshlewski waiting for it up at the point. But it comes to a Penguins player until O'Day stick lifts, sends the puck right back in, but off a body, and he'll have to try and do it again on the forehand. The Penguins, though, wise to that. They just dump it softly out of the zone, and Koshlewski will turn to cut off his man, and O'Day there as well to help. 38 seconds left to go here in the first half as the Falcons try to get that puck deep. It's the Falcons now at the offensive blue line. Polisi walks that line, looking to dump it in. Can't find a passing lane until he does end up sending it off the boards to himself. And it's Finkelstein now. Slow roller covered up there by the Penguins netminder. And so with 22 seconds left to go here in the first half, it's going to be an offensive zone draw. Now it'll be Ollie, Meyerowicz, and Samosi as the forward line. O'Day and Aiden out there as the defenders. Puck one up toward the near point. No clear possession just yet as Samosi works that farther, and the Penguins will pick it up behind their own net. Ollie on the forecheck. Gets in the way of the zone exit. Puck just rolls off a stick, though, and the Penguins are going to be able to break out of their own zone. It's Aiden in the neutral zone. 5 seconds. He's going to need to shoot as that rolling puck comes. He does, but he hits a body there, and that should do it for the first half. It does. We're going to get crazy, put 18 more minutes on the board, and do it all over again. Stay around right here on Midnight Sports. Second half coming your way next.
Hockey fans, summer's approaching, and if you're worried you might miss hockey, then download the Hockey Summer app. With this app, you and your kiddo won't miss a beat. Once downloaded, this app will simulate a full hockey tournament experience. There will be random sounds of knocking at your door at 3 a.m., kids yelling in the distance in such a way that you don't know whether they're being obnoxious or someone got hurt, or both. And there'll even be a credit card charge for a $5 bottle of water you definitely didn't drink. Hurry and download today, and you'll even be given access to a real hotel booking app that charges you a tournament rate, where you pay 10 to 20% more for a room than if you had just used the hotel's website. It's the Hockey Summer app. Don't risk letting your child fall behind. Download it today.
Well, the benches break here after the intermission. Falcons still going left to right on your radio dial if you're listening at home. It'll be Ollie, Samosi, and Meyerowicz out there as the forward line to start this second half. Looks like O'Day and Koshlewski get the nod as the defensive pairing. Goalies checked, scorekeeper checked, and we're ready to roll here. Puck's dropped, one by the Falcons back. O'Day will take over in his own end. Looks to go point to point, sees some open ice on a diagonal pass, finds Ollie, finds Meyerowicz. Meyerowicz returns the puck over to Ollie. Ollie now on the puck, looking to send that into the slot, hits a stick, comes up to Koshlewski, who shoots, fires. It's saved nicely there by the Penguins netminder. Penguins trying to take over the puck in their own zone. Koshlewski pinches in, keeps the zone, and now it's down to Ollie to pick up the puck on the forecheck. He does. He's on the forehand. He sends that puck across the blue paint, sticked aside by the Penguins netminder, and now the Penguins try to dump that out of the zone. They do. Puck rolls up to O'Day in the neutral zone. He'll pick it up there at his own blue line. Goes point to point for Koshlewski. Puck just comes right off his stick at the last second, and so the Penguins try and work it forward. Instead, they'll work backwards to work forward as they go point to point at their own blue line. And they're in the neutral zone again. They duck one hit, but not two. And then they break into the offensive zone only momentarily as Ollie has the puck, gains the line, tries to dump it in deep, hits a Penguin stick, so Samosi reaches out and picks up the puck there. But we're going to get a call here.
Was that offsides?
It couldn't have been a delayed offside by the time Samosi crossed the line there, but it looks to be what they were calling. Well, sometimes the officials see some ghosts out there, and they're the ones with the whistles, so we're just two guys in the stands. Ensuing faceoff, one forward by the Falcons. Penguins take over control in their own end, at least momentarily. Vigliotti fires that deeper into the zone. It rolls to a Penguin stick, though, and they'll break out. Penguins now in the neutral zone, trying to work that puck forward, taking a few hits to do so. Berliner turns that puck the other way, and now it's Berliner coming into the offensive zone. He's got Sweeney in the slot. Sweeney waiting for the puck there. Vigliotti has the other winger out there. They find Aiden creeping in, gets handcuffed just a little bit as the puck rolls out of the zone, and so it'll be Vigliotti going point to point. Throws it over to Koslewski, who works that up to Berliner. Wonderful pass there as well. Berliner into the offensive end. He stops, pauses, shoots. Soft shot goes just wide. Nearly fooled him on the Ephus pitch, or at least a change of speed. It's Berliner trying to pick the puck up again in the far corner. Puck worked up to Koslewski, but it hops over his stick, so Vigliotti will retreat and pick up that puck. It's rubbed off his stick at the last second. They're in on Speaker now, but Speaker able to get his stick on the stick of the Penguins shooter, and so no shot coming there. It's not going to be reflected on the score sheet, and he's not going to go to the box for 2 for slashing, although he could have. In any event, the Penguins come up with the puck again in the neutral zone. Now they're in the offensive zone. Penguins trying to pick up that puck as Koslewski separates his man from his stick, and we play on. It's Koslewski on the puck, working that off the boards out of the zone, and the Penguins will have to reset in the neutral zone going point to point. It's the Penguins now on the puck. They've got some open ice in front of them as the Falcons make a partial change. Polisi and Finkelstein now out there with Ollie as the forward line. It's Finkelstein getting in the way of that pass, gaining the line, dumping it in deep, and he'll give chase along with Ollie and Polisi on the forecheck. And here we go for the Penguins trying to break out. They make it only so far as O'Day at the near point. Rolling puck comes into the slot. Finkelstein finds it on the backhand, throws it just wide of the cage. Polisi will now try and pick up the puck in the near corner. Rolls over to Finkelstein again at the end boards. Finkelstein on the puck and on his man as the puck gets pinned at the end board. Shot comes in, saved once, still loose in the blue paint, still loose. Ollie there, and what do we get? We got a whistle, and no pointing just yet as the puck looks like it got caught in the goaltender's equipment. And Lance, unfortunately, we can't send this one to Toronto to see if it crossed the line.
No, not this one. Maybe the next one.
Maybe. We'll see. That can be an added feature on Midnight Sports Premium.
We could send it back to the Omni Hotel.
Oh, well, that's a good thought. I don't mind that. What'd they say? No goal, apparently.
Yeah.
It'll be Samosi, Berliner, Meyerowicz out there as the forward line. Got Aiden, and it looks like O'Day as the defensive pairing. And the Falcons do keep the puck in the zone as it rolls to the end boards. Now Berliner in on the forecheck to try and take over possession again. It comes over to Samosi in the near corner. Gets caught against the boards, and the Penguins look to emerge with it behind their own net. Harassed there by Meyerowicz. Separates his man from a stick, but Falcons able to keep the zone, and now the puck on the shooting hand of Berliner as he takes a hit, gets the shot off, hits the blocker side of the netminder. The Penguins try to break out again. It's Berliner trying to track down that puck. Meyerowicz skating well out there, able to body up his man and force him to make a pass, and so now the Falcons can come right back the other way. Samosi in a 3-on-2 here with Berliner and Meyerowicz. Leaves it for Berliner, now Meyerowicz. Meyerowicz on the puck, gets the goalie to go down, tries to get the shot off. Just had run out of real estate there. He took it behind the net, looking for the net front pass. Instead, the Penguins come away with it, but only so far as Aiden. Slapper comes in, nearly a deflection off Meyerowicz. Saved nicely there by the Penguins netminder as it goes all the way to the near half wall, and it's just stuck there momentarily as Samosi fires in on the forecheck. Penguins will have to reset. Meyerowicz there too to try and take the puck off his man. Instead, it rolls up to the blue line, but Aiden does a great job of keeping the zone. It comes to Ollie now. Ollie tries to kick it over to Samosi, hits a body, and the Penguins do eventually get that puck out of their zone, into the neutral zone. Aiden will retreat at his own blue line. He's got O'Day out there with him. He sends it right back up weak side. Meyerowicz waiting for it, taps that at the blue line, but looks like we're going to have a too many men on the ice call, perhaps. Either that or the referee was pretending to use a phone on his hand.
I'm not sure what that was.
I think the
I thought
result
they were going to call offsides.
looked like it,
No, it looks like too many men.
but too many men it is.
Okay. They got to convert on this one.
Well, a minute and a half thrown up on the board here momentarily. Looks like it's 12:55 left to go here in the second half. Puck rolls over toward Vigliotti, tries to fire, hits a skate, and then it goes to the weak side of the ice. O'Day has it, sends a long shot in just wide of the cage. He was looking for a deflection. Comes to Koszlewski now, who pinches in to keep the zone, hits the side of the net.
No
It's
one's in
Ollie
front.
now.
Point. Stay there.
And the puck now comes over to the far half wall, and the Falcons able to keep the zone, though. O'Day fires that in deeper. Ollie gives chase to pick it back up. It comes right back up to O'Day. No shooting lane for him. He's just got to dump it in again. Puck thrown forward there momentarily as Vigliotti able to hit his man hard at the far half wall, but the Penguins still looking to emerge with it. Rolling puck comes to Koszlewski in the slot. He has to tap it farther as the shooting lane was cut down. And so now,
Is this a 5-on-3?
very well could be. I didn't see the arm raised, but the whistle went as soon as the Penguins touched that. And so it should be a 5-on-3, looks like, for 45 seconds. Falcons really
Boy,
would
throwing-
like to convert here.
Are they throwing him out of the game?
That could be.
He's out of the game. I didn't see that. That was on Lorenzo.
Looks like word we're getting from the truck is that there was a spearing call. And so Penguins go to the box here for spearing, and that is an immediate ejection, it looks like. So they'll send a different player to the box there to serve the penalty, but this is going to be an offensive zone draw for the Falcons. 5-on-3 for 45 seconds.
Said don't go anything stupid now.
And so a little bit of
No, that was good. I said just go easy now.
little bit of instruction here from the stands to the bench. Cooler heads prevailing. That's the beauty of youth hockey, Lance. You can talk to the players pretty much anytime you want.
Yes. Yes. I'm not sure it helps, but we can.
Oh, empirically, it doesn't help my player at all.
No comment.
This will be Berliner here. All right, so it is going to be a major. They've got 2 minutes on the board.
Oh, and that's a 2 minute.
unclear. It's 45 seconds left on the too many men penalty.
What's the 5-minute?
Should be a major, although in this tournament, previously majors had been 4 minutes because minors are a minute and a half. So we'll see. We've got, it's a buffet of penalty times on the board right now with 5 minutes, 2 minutes, and 45 seconds. So we'll see what happens here. Faceoff comes just out of the zone. The Falcons will have to track back. It's Ollie out there. He finds O'Day. O'Day's got Berliner into the slot, and he'll leave it for Samosi at the far point. Samosi with a lot of ice out there, creeps into the top of the circle, looking for a pass. Puck loose, and it's scored. Sam Berliner tucks home the Samosi shot pass, and the Falcons have re-established a one-goal lead. Now Samosi to Berliner, we've heard that before. Paying dividends here with 11:52 left to go here in the second half. Berliner on the ensuing faceoff. It's 5-on-4 hockey right now, and it should be for the next 3 or 4 minutes, depending on which penalty time you believe. Meyerowicz on the puck, shoots, and it's hit up high, and Falcons look to recover, unable to do so as that puck goes all the way down. Should be an icing. Arm is up as that puck is barely
Waved.
crosses the line, so it's waved off as Ollie accused of slow skating that pickup. And the Falcons will break back out. Ollie on the puck now at his own blue line, sends that puck up. It's going to go all the way down, and this time icing is not waved. So with 11:19 left to go here in the second half, still either a minute and 10 or 4 minutes and 10 on the major. Falcons will be on the power play, but with a defensive zone draw upcoming.
That was just sloppy play there. Sloppy play.
Looking for a home run pass that did not quite connect. And so onward we play. Face-off win by the Falcons. Aiden shepherds it behind his own net, looks up ice for a streaking Berliner. Instead says, I'll do it myself. Crosses the line, dumps in, and gives chase. Aiden will pick it up now at the end boards and take it all the way around the net until it comes up to Meyerowicz now at the far point. Meyerowicz on the puck, creeps in, looks to load up instead. Oh, wonderful disguised pass. Couldn't be tucked home, though, by the Falcons. The puck rolls to O'Day, who's able to shovel that just a little bit farther in the neutral zone and out of harm's way. O'Day goes around a man. He's got Samosi streaking in the slot. Samosi there, goes around a man, leaves it back for O'Day, just wide of the cage. And now Meyerowicz looks to pick up at the near half wall. Meyerowicz on the puck, dumps it in deeper, goes all the way over to the weak side. Aiden will pick it up there, near his own blue line, offensive blue line. Hits a body, comes to O'Day. O'Day tries to load up, walking the line. Instead, sends a soft one in. That's deflected very, very well by Sam Berliner. O'Day to Berliner, and that is a Falcons goal. Lance, what'd you see?
That was pretty. That was pretty. That was teamwork.
That's right. Put it in the Louvre, Lance says. That's artwork and teamwork all in one. It was pretty.
Yep.
And so it'll be Ollie
well done
on the ensuing draw as that major continues to run. We'll see when a player comes out here, whether it's in 12 seconds or it'll take a little bit longer. As viewers at home know, on a major, when one team scores, it does not relieve the other team from being down a man. That's what makes it a major. Ensuing shot bounces in front. Finkelstein hits a body, finds
Again,
Ollie.
right in front.
Still sitting right there in the blue paint, and it is eventually covered up as there's a little jostling afterwards. And the netminder for the Penguins has a few words for Ollie, who smartly turns and skates away. Well, still a player in the box for the Penguins, so it looks like the penalty time is actually that 1:47 left on the clock. That would be a 4-minute major. Puck's dropped. Falcons throw that puck in off the stick of Samosi, and it's potted. That's a Meyerowicz goal. Ooh, my. He is on fire, just like that. Samosi soft shot, deflects over to Meyerowicz, and he makes no mistake about putting that one in. Lance, you've gone quiet on me. Talk to me, Goose.
It was pretty. That was well done. Heads up hockey.
Suing faceoff's going to be Berliner. He's got Meyerowicz and Samosi out there with him as that major has tilted the complexion of this game. It's Samosi now on the puck, going through the neutral zone, getting all the way into the offensive zone, and it's Meyerowicz in for support at the near corner. Comes back toward Berliner, looking for Samosi.
Pass.
Nice little sauced pass. Can't quite connect, and now the Penguins fighting hard to get that out of the zone. They do, but the Falcons have already cleared the zone. Samosi goes around one man, then leaves it for Berliner, who sends it all the way through the blue paint. And now it's the Penguins picking up the puck again, getting the puck out of their zone. Kishlevsky just eliminates his man from going forward and gives up the body to do so. Now the Penguins trying to work that puck into the offensive zone. Instead, it's Aiden on the puck. It's through the neutral zone is Aiden into the offensive zone. Aiden trying to work that over on the forehand. Oh, my. Some nice edge work by Aiden. Has the puck roll off his stick at the last second. So the Penguins will come right back the other way. They're in the neutral zone. Aiden's back to gum up that play again. He's a man on fire out there right now as the puck rolls to Kishlevsky. He picks it up there at center ice, and he works his way into the offensive zone. And so, Penguins seem to have 5 players back on the ice here, so your guess is as good as mine as to what's happened with that major, but
Looks like another one.
Looks like the Penguins are going back to the box here. No gesture yet to the scorekeeper as to what the call is. And so, Lance, I'm going to let you guess what that penalty was.
I don't even know. Shouldn't that be a too many men penalty as well?
It should be. Per USA Hockey, it's the referee's job to make sure there aren't too many men on the ice at the start of play. But it certainly looked like that 5th Penguins player joined the action late. And so, it's a 5-on-3 perhaps now.
Yeah, they're calling it a too many men.
They sure are.
Okay.
Or maybe the person that the referee dialed on his magic hand phone called back. Listen, we can't count it out.
I mean, I don't think he should have the phone on the ice right now.
Well, that's true. He probably is violating 1 or 2 rules. In any event, puck drop at the far circle. Comes to Koshlewski, fires it on. Saved nicely by the Penguins netminder. Goes over to Ollie, who finds O'Day with lots of room at the top of the ice. Slapper comes in looking for a deflection. Vigliotti sends it on net, and now Sweeney looks to pick it up after the Penguins save. Puck rolls there momentarily, cut out by Ollie. Ollie leaves it for Koshlewski, who throws it on net. Kind of a screen shot there, but it's gobbled up by the Penguins netminder. So with 8:17 left to go here in the second half, it's an offensive zone draw as the Falcons have that 3-goal lead. Ollie out there with Sweeney, Koshlewski, O'Day, and Vigliotti. Koshlewski throws that shot in. Nice screen by Ollie. Sees that puck go just wide. O'Day pinches in to keep the zone. Sweeney fires that up to Ollie. Ollie looks over for Koshlewski. Koshlewski settles the puck, sends it in, but hits a skate, so O'Day will pick it up now as the Penguins get a fourth skater back out there. Vigliotti looking for the giant one-timer. Just mistimes it a touch, and the puck stays in the offensive zone, though, between Vigliotti and O'Day. They find Ollie. Ollie with the puck behind the net. There's some nifty skating. He's able to curl at the near corner and send that puck out front, but it is gobbled up first by the Penguins netminder before any Falcon could get a stick on it. So 7:41 left to go here in the second half. It's going to be another offensive zone draw for the Falcons. It'll be Aiden O'Day as the defensive pair. Polisi, Berliner, and it looks like Finkelstein through the glass there as the third forward. It's won by Berliner up toward the near point. Aiden shovels that farther after corralling the puck. Finkelstein gives chase, tries to throw that out front, sits in the blue paint, still loose in the blue paint, not gobbled up yet. We get the whistle, but that puck was well loose in the far circle. Official just must have lost sight of the puck and didn't want a lot of sticks flying in the blue paint.
I think it might have also been Samosi being on top of their goalie, getting pushed into there.
Well, agree to disagree.
Yeah.
All's fair in hockey, love, and war. I mean, I think we've all heard that expression. In any event, it's Berliner working it over for Police. He throws a shot on goal, saved again nicely by the Penguins netminder. He's been very busy in this game, and now the Penguins come the other way. It's a 1-on-3, but it's working for them right now. A 1-on-4 even as the Penguins wait and pick up the puck. Shot comes in. It'll just be gobbled up there by Speaker after a nice deflection by one of his defensemen. And so 7:14 left to play here in the second half. That's why your clock's still moving despite play being halted. All right, it'll be Ollie there at the far circle. He's got Samosi out there with him. Samosi works that puck up the slot. Shot comes in, goes wide of the cage. Speaker gets post to post to cut down the angle. Doesn't need it, though, as Aiden cleaned up the puck at the end boards. He finds a streaking Samosi through the neutral zone. It's Samosi on the puck, who finds Ollie on a nifty feathered backhand. Puck still loose out there as Meyerowicz tries to tuck it farther. Instead, though, it rolls over to the near half wall, and the Falcons will pick it up again. It's Samosi creeping in on the backhand. Saved nicely again by the Penguins netminder as O'Day is pinched in, works that puck over to the near corner. And it's Meyerowicz on the puck. Tight angle shot nearly goes over the shoulder. Instead goes over the cage, but O'Day uses the body, and he's able to keep the puck in the zone. O'Day takes a big hit there off the puck. Penguins now trying to work the puck desperately out of their zone. It's in the far corner. It looks like the gas has gone out of every player's legs just momentarily here as 4 or 5 players are in on that puck at the end boards. Puck does bounce loose over to Meyerowicz. Meyerowicz on the puck, taken off his stick as the Penguins look to break out. Now the Penguins with some speed through the neutral zone. The gas is back very clearly as the puck comes into the defensive end, but Aiden flicks it farther. It's Meyerowicz streaking into the offensive zone. He's one-on-one. He dangles his man. He's in the slot. He dangles his second man. Oh, my God. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. That would have been the goal of the year. Instead,
Wow.
it goes just over the cage after dangling 2 men. Puck stays in the zone, though. Ollie has it there. He finds Samosi down low, and the puck goes to the end boards as Ollie looks to pick it up. Puck touched just farther. Meyerowicz now trying to cut out the threat. He forces a pass, and Koshlewski with a wonderful backhanded pass finds O'Day, who sends that puck in farther. It comes to Ollie. Ollie goes around one man. Puck rolls off his stick, and so we play on with 5.5 minutes left to go in this one. Looks like that puck may have been touched in. Oh my, Jake Meyerowicz scores and increases the Falcons' lead late here in the second half of this game. Well, seems like there's some discussion on the ice about that, but there's no question that that puck ended up in the back of the net, and it's been posted on the scoreboard. Koshlewski now has the puck from Aiden. Koshlewski with speed through the neutral zone. He's going to duck that puck in farther. And it'll be picked up by Berliner. Comes back to Vigliotti. One-timer goes just wide, and Vigliotti looks to pick that puck up again. Comes all the way up to the near point. Aiden able to hold the point there and try to dump the puck in deeper, but he hits a body, and so the Falcons will have to skate back. Berliner on the puck in his own end. Berliner still on the puck there, and he skates behind his own net. He turns, reverses, finds Vigliotti. Vigliotti tries to send that up ice, hits a body. Berliner picks it up instead. Berliner's got Sweeney out there with him. Berliner now into the offensive end. Berliner goes around one man, and it rolls just to the near corner, and Berliner looks for Sweeney in front. He finds Vigliotti, who tucks that puck farther, nearly scores. A wonderful save at the last second. Penguins look to break out the other way. Instead, it's Sweeney with the puck after the keep by Koshlewski and Aiden. Vigliotti tries the one-timer, can't connect on that, picks up the puck in the far corner. Puck just sits in the far corner momentarily. Now Berliner finds Koshlewski at the point. Koshlewski dumps it in deeper for Vigliotti, who finds Berliner. It's tic-tac-toe out there right now. Sweeney tries to tuck it home. Instead, the leg pad gets in the way. And now the Penguins break right back the other way. It's the Penguins through the neutral zone into the offensive zone. It's left in the slot there, but Koshlewski smartly there first. As we have an arm up now, looks like it'll be a penalty on neither team. Both teams had touched the puck at that point. But it'll be Vigliotti going to the sin bin with 3:58 left to go in this one. Falcons up 4, down a man. Now it'll be Aiden, O'Day, Finkelstein, and Polisi out there as the penalty killers for the Falcons. Finkelstein wins that face-off forward, but it's controlled now by the Penguins. O'Day gets in the way of any shot as the Penguins try to get something working in the offensive zone. Some heavy hitting now. Polisi separates his man from the puck, but the Penguins come up with it again. They send it wide of the cage, and now it'll be Aiden picking up the puck at the near half wall, skating with speed, avoids a hit. Puck taken off him, though, in the neutral zone, so O'Day will pick it up back in the defensive zone and work that puck up into the neutral zone. And over toward Polisi. No, O'Day will keep it himself in the slot. Gets it on the forehand, then he delays. He's happy to just kill this penalty in the offensive zone, and smartly so. Puck now into the near corner. Aiden will back off as the Falcons are down a man. Finkelstein, though, corrals that puck, keeps the zone, dumps it in deeper. And Polisi looks to do the same. Instead, though, the Penguins will break out through the neutral zone. The Penguins coming the other way now. They're across the blue line. Shot comes in, goes well wide of the cage. And the Penguins look to pick it up again in the offensive zone. Instead, Finkelstein's there first. Pass doesn't connect, but icing waved as we play on. Under 3 minutes to go, 28 seconds left to go on the man advantage for the Penguins. Polisi just gumming up his man and the puck at the end boards for a few seconds there to kill more of this penalty. Meyerowicz out there now as a penalty killer with Polisi. O'Day and Aiden as the defensive pairing. Meyerowicz on the forecheck, able to get in front of his man and take over the puck. Nearly goes around his man to go the other way. Instead, the Penguins break into the offensive zone, but only so far as O'Day, who works that puck nearly up to the point until the Penguins dump it in deeper. O'Day right back on the puck and on his man in front of the Zamboni doors. Penguins will pick it up. They send it over to the weak side, looking for some ice in the offensive zone. Instead, Samosi gets in the way of that shot. We're back to 5-on-5 skating. Samosi all the way into the offensive end, tries to go around his man. Rolling puck, though, couldn't be settled, and the Penguins will pick it up again in the neutral zone. It's the Penguins now in the neutral zone, all the way into the offensive end. Penguins on the puck, trying to go around O'Day and send it to the net front. Instead, they run out of real estate, and the Falcons touch that farther, and it'll be Samosi watching that puck go into the neutral zone. He was able to get that puck out of the zone, and Meyerowicz all over his man as well. Till it comes to Samosi. Samosi on the puck in the offensive end. Puck comes over to Meyerowicz in the slot. Meyerowicz sends that up to the point. He finds O'Day. O'Day dumps it right back down to Meyerowicz. And now the Falcons controlling the zone with possession. Meyerowicz will turn momentarily. Samosi gets in the way of his man, so they can't break out. It's Samosi and Meyerowicz. As Meyerowicz takes a big hit there, we're going to get a penalty call on the Penguins. As Meyerowicz was shielding the puck with his body, but he was close to the boards, so that hit sent him toward the boards, and rightly, the officials spotted it and called it. So with 86 seconds left to go in this one, the Penguins will go to the box, and it should be an offensive zone draw for the Falcons. It's going to be at the far circle here to the Penguins netminder's right. Lance, walk me through what you've liked in this game.
I like their cohesion in the team. These guys have been passing well, connecting. It's good to see.
They sure have. Some of these players have played together a long time, and some, this is their 4th or 5th game together. So, smartly pointed out by you that it is impressive to build chemistry like that. As the Penguins break in here to the offensive zone. Unable to get the shot off, though, is Ollie all over his man, forcing him wide. Puck still in the offensive zone for the Penguins, but not for long as Berliner takes over that breakout pass and comes right back into the offensive end. He's got Meyerowicz with him, looks for him on a saucer pass, evades everyone, though, as it comes all the way over to the near half wall. Meyerowicz works his man over at that half wall, and then the puck rolls to O'Day. Comes off his stick at the last second, and the Penguins will break right back the other way. 42 left to play here in Rhode Island as the shot comes in, hits the side of the cage, and the Falcons will break right back the other way. Puck sits there at the red line momentarily, and then some jousting right in front of the benches as there's more discussion here right in front of the benches. The Falcons are told, hey, come on over to the bench and relax. Looks like Meyerowicz is going to go to the box too. Probably the easiest call for the refs to make, not in terms of being correct, but just to send both players to the box to let things cool down. Unclear what penalty it is to get hit without the puck.
From behind, yeah, that's...
And thrown into the boards. But apparently, late in the game, to cool off the temperature, it's a penalty.
He's got to make sure he's fixing his hair in the box.
It'll be Finkelstein coming forward into the offensive end. He's on the puck, throws it toward the slot. Penguins get to it first, though, and slap it right out of the zone. Under 15 to go. Don't forget to tune in tonight to Midnight Sports at 7:50 as this Falcons 16U Red team takes on the Oilers. It's going to be the Ocean State Oilers as the Falcons roll into Game 4 with a 2-1 record. Nice showing here by the Falcons offense and defense. And so, join us tonight, please. Our thanks to Lance Meyerowicz for joining us in the booth here. Wonderful time.
It was a pleasure. Thank you very much for having me, Colin. I've admired you from afar for a long time now. And now I'm admiring you up close, and it's even better.
Oh, I think my mic was muted when I said thank you for that. So anyway, we'll play on. Lance, I can't thank you enough for joining us.
You were not muted. I heard you. You were live.
I don't know. It's technical
you
difficulties. It's very weird.
Your blushing can tell me that.
Well, that's true. I have a naturally rosy cheek color, so I'm not sure.
Nice.
Might have been drinking, honestly.
Nice.
Anyway.
Looking forward to 7:50.
Very good. Keep it right here on Midnight Sports. We'll see you tonight. Until then, stay safe. We knew